Hello, this is a video to just show you how to do your quarter-wave harmonics or quarter-wave fairy notes. Okay, so we've learnt how to find our halfway fairy notes. So if we look from this bit of the string where it's held here and the bit where it's held at the bridge, and if you pluck it, you can see the string vibrating along the whole of that length. If you measure halfway, then we get our halfway fairy notes, and we tuck our thumb under here. Let me just move it this way so you can see. Okay, and make sure our elbow's nice and free. And then we put in a nice strong bow. And you can use any finger very lightly on any of the strings. Now, harmonics work best when you do a really strong bow. So even though we have a light finger, we need to have a strong bow with the right hand. Now, once you've got the hang of that, then what we can do is we can move our hand down about halfway down the neck of the violin. Because if we then got a ruler and measured halfway and then half again, so there would be a quarter of this distance between the bridge and here, there's another fairy note. Now, if you've got stickers on your violin, it's where the green sticker is. Now, first off, we're going to move our hand. So if you hold the violin with your bowing hand, just get rid of your bow for the moment, and we put our thumb one side of the neck so that the thumbnail is just above where the black fingerboard bit is, and the other side of our fingers, sort of the edge of the finger was sort of where the knuckle is, and we just stroke up and down the violin neck a few times, and not grabbing and not feeling any tension. It should just feel the bit of the wood that feels really nice and silky. Now, if we stop about halfway up the neck of the violin, so that this first finger here, the pointy finger, is in line with, imagine I've got a green dot here. Okay, now we do exactly the same as before. We just hold the finger really lightly over the string and play the note. So this is low D, and then our halfway harmonic was our high D, and now this is a very high D. So hovering over where the green sticker is with our first finger, the pointy finger. Now this is a weaker harmonic. What that means is that the fairies are a little bit more shy, and it's not quite as easy to get a clean, clear sound. So if I move my finger above it, here we go, we get like alien whistly sounds. Come back into it, and then we go, it goes a bit weird. So play the open string first, and then put the finger lightly on, and it should have a match, so it's low D and high D. Okay, now I'm tucking these fingers out the way so you can see, but normally we'll have the hand hovering over here. Remember to make sure that this bit stays nice and relaxed, and we can find them on any string. So low G, and then very high G. And we have low A, and then very high A, and low E, and very high E. And notice sometimes I don't hit them exactly right, so I'm just relaxing my finger and moving it around. And again, we need a nice strong bow to get a good sound. Now, once you're feeling happy with that, do another stroke of the neck. So hold the violin in steady pace with the right hand so you're not worried about it. Remember, we have the thumb on one side, sort of the finger at knuckle side, and they work as a team, and they stroke up and down the neck of the violin. And this time, instead of stopping underneath the violin or halfway down the neck, we're going to go right down to the end bit of the neck. Okay, now the violin rests just very in a sort of V, so the hand goes like this, and what happens is that the violin just drops into that V, so you don't have to push or grab or anything with this thumb. The knuckle and the thumb, the sort of fatty bit of the thumb, everybody's got a little bit of chub there, yeah, sort of catches the violin. So here we go, that's going to go there, and just rest really gently, okay? And then this time we're going to use not the first finger, not the second finger, but the third finger, and we're going to lay that over where the green dot is. So we're still doing exactly the same. It's a quarter way harmonic, but this time we're using this third finger, or the ring finger. So let's play open D. Hover the finger over where the green spot is. And then you might not find it straight away. Sometimes your spots aren't quite in line with the fairy notes. So we have to use our ears and wriggle the fingers around a bit. Low D, high D, and then can you see when I go above it and below it? Low D, very high D. Try it on the other strings. Now when you try it on the other strings, remember to bring the elbow round underneath the violin to get to the G string. Low G, and then touch very lightly. Very high G, and then low A, and there we go. And then low E, and then very high E. Now on all of them, I'm not pushing the finger down. I'm just resting them really gently. You can probably see it best on the G string. This hand here doesn't collapse onto the string, onto the neck of the violin to support it. We now need a nice straight wrist, and then we're just touching the string really lightly with that fourth finger. So halfway harmonic, stroke the neck of the violin, quarter way harmonic, but with the violin, with the hand halfway up the neck. Okay, and then the last one is quarter way harmonic with the third finger, with the hand down at the bottom. But this wrist at all times, and this elbow, so elbow swings, wrist, do you see how it stays nice and straight at the halfway position and at the full position? It doesn't collapse in and it doesn't go outwards like that. Okay, so have fun exploring your half and quarter way harmonics or your fairy notes, and remember, don't squash your fairies. Make sure that your fingers stay nice and light and gentle, and do nice strong clear bowing. All right, I'll see you next time.